Hello everyone, and hope you're all well, and welcome to the Tetra Travels, another episode in my life. Hopefully you'll enjoy this episode. This week I really excitingly got to trial a new style of wheelchair. It's actually based upon the Segway technology that has been around for a while but has finally been implemented into wheelchairs. So rather than having the 4 standard wheels a wheelchair has, it's actually only got the 2. It's been around for a couple of years now on the market. However, it's always been for sort of lower level injuries, so people that are more able-bodied. Recently they've sort of started advertising it that maybe for tetraplegics, people like me that have limited use in their hands and can't really balance very well in your stomach, we can maybe start using it. So the opportunity arose and thought, why not give it a try and see if what they're saying is actually true, because I actually held suspicions that it wouldn't actually work for me. It's quite often they announce that products are suitable for sort of tetraplegics and more disabled people, but actually in reality you try it out and it doesn't really work. So I thought, let's give it a crack and find out. So I'll share a video with you and see what you think.
I've got you. I'm going to let go of the seat. And that's it forward, okay? So what we're looking for, Max, is somewhere about here to start the machine up. Is that something, do you think you can maintain that?
Hang on, don't go a sec.
Yeah. Let him go.
Strength to push it back in.
Brilliant. That's fantastic.
Now you're fully back again now, almost. So, yeah, that would be fit. If you can maintain some, you don't actually have to grip on it, it's just while you start.
Yeah, I think to me, that's all in my arms, not my body.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds good.
So what we're going to do is, as I say, don't worry, I can at any point stop this chair. Okay, so you're not going to fly off either way.
I'm going to let go of you, Max.
You're going to be safe, right? So the sensations might feel strange, you might feel out of control, but don't worry, it's safe.
So Max, just before Amelia starts it, I want you to push yourself back. Manipulate the seat. Lovely. And then come forward again. Lovely. I think we're not far off that's really good.
You're doing that with your arms, Max?
Yeah.
Right, let's power up. Amelia's got you, okay?
And just the power coming on is not going to do anything.
I think I'm so tense.
Listen.
Right, so you're gonna
Oh
use-
yeah,
yeah.
you'll get a lot of
Everyone
people
starts like that.
are like that. And you can see the whites in their eyes and their arms, and it's like, just
So,
relax.
right, yeah, as I say, the legs are going to come up. It's not a dramatic sensation, but you'll feel that you've gone into balance mode. I've got you. Okay?
We're still in pedestrian, Amelia. We're not in super fast mode, are we?
Okay, so I'm going to bring your legs up.
Oh, you didn't give me fast
Legs
mode?
up,
No.
up.
Come on.
All good?
Fast mode is like, you just
Really? How fast is it going?
Legs are up.
20 kilometres an hour.
Okay.
In fast and
Yeah.
Right, so I'm
Pedestrians
holding you
are
at the moment, so you're not
15.
going anywhere. So if we could ask Matt to just up the way a little. Just keep in mind that left and right is this. So I am just going to just turn you a little bit, just so you're not hitting right. So now you've got a nice big empty space. So now just have a go. So leaning it forward if you can.
That's it. And then lean back a tiny bit. Perfect. You're doing it. Right,
so you've
tiny
got
bit
it.
forward. Well done.
Oh wow, you want one now?
And then brake. Right. We need to get you on joystick, right? So,
No,
That's fine.
Only if you're comfortable. You
We
can.
can.
You can.
Would
So
you
we'll
like
just get you used to doing forwards and backwards a little bit, just for a couple more minutes, and then we'll go into left and right.
so we need your instincts to be to brake. So when you're in a wheelchair, you never. The last thing you want to do is throw yourself backwards. But on these, yeah, we'll go forward. The other nice thing is, so with the Omeos, you take yourself forward. The Omeo will balance you back upright. So
I forgot to say how I transferred into the chair. Actually, on this day I was in a bit of a rush, so I had 2 people lift me front and back into the chair and then strap me in. There were stabilisers, however, so actually I think it would be possible with a slide board and a slide sheet, or to be hoisted, so I think there are options for tetraplegics due to the stabilisers. We then tried putting it into seating steer mode. However, I soon realised I couldn't do this, and all that kept happening was going around in circles. As you can see here, it was like something out of Benny Hill, just keeps turning and turning and turning. Could only go right and couldn't actually go left at all. So in the end we turned it off and tried a different method.
The machine, making sure everything's okay.
Just do that through.
Yes.
Get used to that again.
Don't have to run it, just... How's it feel?
Back at that feels okay.
Is it comfortable?
Yeah, I think it's,
Comfortable in a non-weird way, yeah.
I feel like they're going forward and backwards. It actually feels better when the stabilisers are off,
Yeah.
strangely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Because you've almost got a connection with the ground. Right.
At this point I realised that I could use the joystick to turn the chair. Although I couldn't use the hip motion to steer, the joystick was actually relatively easy. The only thing I would have found easier is if the joystick had been a bit higher or shaped to meet my hands. As my fingers don't work, I can't wrap my hands around the joystick very easy, so it would have been much easier if it was higher and had been able to be moulded to the shape of my hand. I could steer to the right very easily because I could kind of grip with my 4 fingers around it, but when I went to turn left, my thumb found it quite difficult to push the joystick to the left, but this would have been solved very easily and could be fitted at a later date according to the manufacturer. So I was on the whole very impressed by how well this thing steered. The forward and backwards continued to be really easy, so the ability to then turn it opened up all sorts of possibilities for myself. I was really pleased that this function was actually able to be implemented for a tetraplegic, and that maybe in the future I'd be able to have one myself. So all round, a very big positive. Amazingly, what I found on the day is that actually it could work. It was not the easiest to balance on when the stabilisers were on, but actually once the power had kicked in, it wasn't too bad. So I had a strap around me that helped, but I actually felt quite confident going forwards and backwards. The joystick was rather tricky to use, but the person that sold it basically said you could change that joystick to be a style that you would like, so I think that would actually work for me. I had to use a lot of sort of power in my arms to sort of keep my balance, rather than using sort of the core that somebody else would that had that ability. So I kind of had to use my shoulders to go backwards and forwards, and I couldn't get the left and right motion that the chair would normally be able to do, so I'd have to use the joystick for the left and right. However, overall I was quite impressed with it actually. It could be really useful for doing things like going to the beach, that kind of thing. So in the future, if I had that kind of money, I would consider it. I don't think I'd consider it as an everyday chair, just because I don't know if I'd feel fully confident using it all the time. But I would definitely consider it as one of those sort of, I guess, luxury items that if you had the ability to afford it, you could take it to the beach, or go up sort of off-roading a bit more with it, or even just taking it around on long journeys. But yeah, I definitely think people should give it a go because it was a fascinating experience, and yeah, give it a try for yourself. Please like and subscribe to the channel, it really helps me out. I really want to grow this channel and showcase what my life is like with disability for all those out there. So yeah, give it that thumbs up, subscribe, share it with all your friends, and I've got some great plans coming up, so hopefully keep you interested. So yeah, have a great week everyone.